Good morning, everyone. Chill Girl Chrissy here, Alderman in Ward 6. We're here to fuel your mind, body, and soul with goodness. Open up, share, be real, be raw, overcome, let go, and just simply chill together. And today's episode is about getting involved and standing up for what's right and just connecting. And I'm here with my good friend Chastic Cocchiarella.
Hi, everybody.
Cocchiarella?
Yes.
Did I pronounce it right?
Cocchiarella.
Cocchiarella. So, Chastic, you've lived in Manchester pretty much
my whole life.
whole life. And we're actually neighbors.
Yes.
And she's running for school board in Ward 6.
Yes, very exciting.
Which is so amazing. And you have an amazing family. Gino, I go way back with Gino because he knew my dad.
Yes.
And we have
Car guys.
Car guys.
Good-hearted men.
Good-hearted men.
Yeah.
You know, always looking out for each
Yes.
other. And two beautiful daughters.
Yes.
Yes.
Sophia and Grace.
Beauties.
I know.
Sweeties.
Oh, growing up too fast now.
I know. Where does the time go? And
Almost 13. 2 weeks. She keeps telling me countdown. I forget how many days. You know.
And it does. It goes too fast. My daughter's 30 and 24. And so my big thing is, getting involved. And that's part of why I started the Chill and Heal show is connecting with one another, sharing, and letting people know that they're not alone.
Right.
And we need to voice our concerns, speak up, stand up, and most importantly, take action. But how do we do that? And
I know.
because you've been involved, you've been active. So share a little bit about, who you are and what led you to running for school board? Because we are a team. Team Ward 6.
Yes. So I started off, just by moving to this area, having children, of course. They went to a local daycare, which was awesome and welcoming and loving. And then we go to kindergarten. And unfortunately, I always thought that I would not raise my children in Manchester school system. I just felt like I wanted better for them. What better was, I don't know. But I always had this belief that Manchester school systems just weren't up to par. Whether or not that was like the static growing up, hearing overall, but that was always my vision. So here we are, can't move, daughters start kindergarten, and then it's closed door policy, which I understand in most aspects, but I can't just stay on the outside. So I got involved.
Okay.
So I started going to the dean's coffee, all those small things. And then the small things lead to other things. So the best way you get involved is you start showing up. You show up and then you find out where you want, I can do this, I can do that, or maybe you can't. And a good thing is just, making sure you have your boundaries because schools need so much help. So you evolve,
because what happens is you start helping.
Get sucked in, like me.
And then all of a sudden you're doing a lot extra.
Right.
So it is about creating boundaries, jumping in, helping, but then,
and
making
helping
sure you
can
take
be
care
little.
of. Yes.
It doesn't have to be.
Because if everyone participates,
it
really is, it's team effort.
Right.
Which is essential.
So long story short, they needed a treasurer, and they were into the school year. I had no treasurer. And
at the PTO?
Yes, excuse me. Yes, at the PTO. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
parent-teacher
organization. So basically, I said, I could do that. I did the books for our husband's business. So I said, I will do that. And then I got involved, and I did that for 5 years, and we were very successful at raising about $20,000 a year and putting that back into the students at the school, whether it was dance. And I always tried to teach everybody also is you make money when you don't spend it. So
shocker.
So we get donated.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah.
Say that again.
Well, you make money as an organization when you don't spend it, right? So you get things. You don't spend everything.
Wasteful spending?
Yeah, wasteful spending.
Yes, we need to be smarter with our spending.
Yes.
And so that's part of your platform is being mindful of where every
Exactly.
dollar goes.
Right.
And asking questions.
Exactly.
which is so, so essential. And not only just asking questions, but keep asking the questions. Because
Right.
if they're not going to be answering them, that's a problem. Because this is how I see it is you ask a question, everything gets delayed, and they think you're going to give up.
They hope you forget about it.
Yeah, they hope you're going to forget about it. You're going to go away. But no. We need to keep showing up. We need to keep showing up at the school board meetings, at the alderman meetings, and demanding accountability and transparency. Real transparency.
Real
No smoke
transparency.
and mirrors. So,
Well, I expect,
Yes.
I'm going to ask for something, I would like a deadline.
yeah,
Because I work
those are the
great with
key things.
deadlines.
Deadlines.
All right, when can I expect to get that information by?
Yep.
You know,
that's
even
key.
reply for emails. What is the courteous time to expect an email back? Let's say by a teacher.
That's a great
You
question.
know, I'm taking time to communicate. I would like communication back.
Yeah, and we do
On
know
all
that a lot of
platforms.
people are very, very busy.
Very
We're
busy.
all busy.
Very busy.
We're all busy. And so, what
so
is
what
that
would
time
you,
frame?
what is your opinion on that?
Well,
What is I mean, I think there's different timelines for
Yes.
different things. Like in the mortgage industry,
yes,
we kind of want things to happen, especially
Yeah.
if we're purchasing a house. We don't wait
Yeah.
24 hours to get back to
Yeah.
each other within the offices. Sometimes
Yeah.
it could be, you know, that day. But for schools, maybe a 48-hour.
yeah.
I don't know. Is there guidelines written in? Is there policies for schools? That's something I would like to know.
Great questions, and policies, procedures, timelines. I'm asking a couple of those questions. I
Yeah.
haven't gotten any of those answered yet.
Right.
What I always say is send me an email. This is what I say to my constituents. Send me an email, and I'm going to forward it to the correct department to get the answer.
Right.
I don't know everything.
No.
And it's important that every department has policies and procedures
Exactly.
with a timeline that is realistic too.
Yes.
But we need to communicate better.
yes.
We do. I always say, if I've dropped the ball, please email me or text me back. No one's perfect, but if you're getting paid $200,000 a year,
Right.
that
You're
you
probably
going
going
to
be answering emails outside of business hours.
You would
I
assume.
would think.
And then when
If I
some
was making
people-
$200,000, I will answer your emails off of business hours.
24.
Yeah.
and you'll have an assistant
Oh, well, even better.
to help you.
Mom,
with
wife,
navigating.
professional, could always use an assistant.
I know, right? As a mother,
I have already,
we wear all the hats.
Yes.
We're a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It is.
I like it that way, though.
Yeah, no, me too. It is. It's good to be involved, and I'm really so grateful to be running with you.
Me too.
It's really great. We started door knocking. There is a lot of doors in Ward 6. There's a lot of doors across the across Manchester.
I know. So many
Um,
doors.
so-
So many doors.
It's you just can't get to every
No.
single one because it is a full-time job, and we all have jobs, families, and you're just trying to keep up with everything. But we'll be doing some meet and greets.
Yes. That would be nice to do, like, community things where people can come out and
Yes,
kind of see
yes.
everybody.
And Daniel Mowry is doing something. I know I have it on the calendar. I'm gonna have to figure out. Is that the October 25th?
I
I
can't
have to
recall.
I have
Okay.
to double check on that.
Yeah, we'll get back to you with
But
the
it is on
dates.
my calendar. So Daniel Mowry, I call him Mayor of Ward 6 because he's so good at bringing our whole community together.
Yeah.
And he's just do, and it's perfect.
Yeah. Very organized.
Very, very organized. So Ward 6 is really important to us. We love our neighborhoods. We love our community. You live right on Candia Road.
Yes.
What's wonderful about Ward 6 is we have been able to hold the line because what they wanted to do, I say they, who exactly is they? Building department / other people that make decisions for us taxpayers really wanted to turn that into South Willow Street.
Right. Rezoning.
So because of the great Ward 6 residents, citizens of Ward 6, they came out strong, voiced their concerns, and the building department chose not to turn Hanover Street and Candia Road into South Willow. They would have rezoned it for that. That is why it's so important for you to come and for us to hear you. Because if they would have changed it, and it's not written in stone yet because it's still in the process, but at least they came out to listen to Ward 6, and they did across all the wards. Ward 6 came out strong, and they're like, hey, listen, we do not want anything changing in our neighborhoods.
Right.
We love our neighborhoods. We love our community. We don't want excessive traffic like Ward.
It's already so busy.
Yes, on South Willow Street. So it isn't etched in stone. Building department will be bringing that to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen, the BMA. I'm not sure if it is October 7th or exactly when it is.
November, right? Next couple of meetings.
Yeah, but it is coming soon, and then we will be voting on it.
Right.
So thank you for coming out and speaking up, because we need to hear you.
You can still speak up at
Yes.
the meetings beforehand. You get 3
Yes,
minutes
yes.
per public. So if you still want to make sure your voice is heard,
Which is so essential,
so
because
important,
right
'cause
now
people
they
change
want,
their votes last minute. You
Yes.
don't know. It's not said. and
nothing
done.
is said and done.
So
And we need to look at all the little pieces of everything,
Right.
because what they have scheduled in Ward, or designed in Ward 5 and 4 and 8 and 7 are going to affect Ward 6. But most
course.
importantly, whoever is listening, it's really about paying attention, and it is really, really hard when it's a different world in the sense of, I know the hair industry, but I don't know necessarily let's say, I don't know everything
Makeup.
about grocery stores.
Makeup.
Oh,
You're
yes,
not-
makeup.
Remember
Yes.
us?
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
I'm not. You do love hair and you love eyebrows.
Yes, yes.
But
I have my eyebrow
makeup
shaver.
isn't like your special.
Yes, yes,
It's not your specialty.
Yes. So I cut hair, I color hair, but
You would think, like I
know a
assumed,
little
you
bit
own
about
a
makeup.
salon.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you do.
And
You
we
know more than
created-
me, but it's not the specialty.
Yes, everyone has their specialty,
Right.
even in their own industry.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of it. So thank you for reminding me of it.
Yes.
So we have to
So
ask
we're all
questions.
can't be. You got to have a
We can't know
specialty,
everything. Yes, we can't know
Exactly.
everything, and that's why it's important to ask questions and hold us elected officials and department heads and everyone accountable. It's like asking questions and getting answers.
Right. Right.
And if we're still questioning it, keep asking questions.
Yes.
Because your voice matters, your concerns. I mean, I really think that we all want to protect our neighborhoods, but level up Manchester.
Right.
Really help people, but work with the programs that are actually working, and dissolve the programs that aren't working. If we're still on the same hamster wheel of insanity and expecting something different,
Right.
why are
Well-
we going to keep funding the things that aren't
Exactly.
working? And what are the real numbers? And that's the thing is, there's a lot of smoke
There's
and
a lot
mirrors.
of Well,
There's a lot of
numbers
smoke
don't
and mirrors.
lie. So that's
Well,
why,
it depends on what's in the fine print, too. So that's the thing is, how are the numbers
Well, yes.
being pulled?
It's always
on-
creative accounting.
Yes. Creative accounting. Things you learn.
Accountants, they have ways. I don't know. I'm not an accountant, but I go to an accountant to manage the numbers right.
Yep.
There's legal structure of where you can put numbers, so that's why it's important to look closely.
Look closely, and what do those include? And do we
Right.
really know how many overdoses are we having? No, we don't. We don't. And you know why? Because they pass out Narcan like it's candy, and those people don't have to go to the hospital, so we don't know if they're overdosing. So there are so many different things that if you talk to the industry leaders and you ask them specific questions, and then you really break it down.
Right.
So that's what I'm talking about, is Are the numbers really down?
Guess
Are
it's
we
all in
really
the way it's presented.
adding them up correctly?
Right.
And that is where it's really
Their overdoses
important.
are down that have gone to the ER would maybe be a better statement.
Maybe.
If they're,
I
you
guess
know,
we
have
have to
the
really look
Narcan
into
at
it.
home
And I don't have
and
any
they can
numbers
take
right
it.
now.
I guess nobody would know if they had Narcan at home.
Well, that's it. If they have the
or on the
Narcan
street
at
or
home
wherever
and
they
they're
are.
overdosing, you don't know if they're overdosing because they're not going to the hospital.
Correct. So that would be reported overdoses.
So those are not reported.
Correct.
So reported. So those are the things that there's a spin on words, etc. So that's where it's really, really important to pull back the curtains. When someone says that they have lowered taxes, have they really lowered taxes? Have you looked at your tax bill lately? Have you looked at your
My
mortgage
tax has
statement?
been up since, I've had a few adjustments in my mortgage because my taxes and insurance are included, escrowed. So then they say, oh, we reevaluate because things have gone up.
Yeah. And what are we getting for
And
that?
taxes.
You know, and how are the school systems spending their money?
Right.
So we'll circle back to why you were running and
Yes.
how you care, what your children are in the school system.
I know.
And you've been involved.
I have been involved.
And I am the voice for those that can't speak up.
Right.
That because when they speak up, they get vilified, they get blacklisted, and it's pretty unbelievable when I share this stuff. I have people that come up to me and they're like, "Yeah, you're right. I've been blacklisted." Yep, because you can't speak up, and that is a problem. We should be able to speak up, come together for solutions, together, not be blacklisted
Well, we're
because you
teaching,
don't agree.
say something, do something.
Yes, right? Right?
Yes.
So,
So, excuse me, but that's exactly why I ended up getting involved because I was in the schools and I hear, I have a daughter who has some troubles and it's not necessarily school's fault, but some of it is just because of her own behavioral or emotional things. And it's hard, as a parent, as a teacher, as everything. But there are some things that fall through the cracks, and I see it. And teachers need more support. The staff, there's just a lot of areas that need a whole revisit. Because like that video you shared with me, the TED Talk. We'll put it out there on social media.
yes, we will be putting that out.
That
Yes, I
was really
shared it
interesting.
before I could even watch it, but when you get it from a source.
I watched part of it.
Okay, so it's all about movement and
Yes.
how important it is for children to move. And I've been screaming from the rooftops about the importance of recess and the importance of kids getting up and moving around. It is so essential.
So essential.
And so it is fact-based, researched, and
We
we
all
will
know
be sharing
TED
it.
Talks is a good
Yeah.
platform.
Yeah, and so we will be sharing that. And I think it's, when you're feeling stressed out, the biggest, I look at it this way, the biggest thing you can do is get up and start shaking your body and flicking off the negative energy, waking up your central nervous system.
I did that here when I had to tape the 3-minute video. I kept messing up. I'm like, I got to get up and move.
Yeah, get up and move and shake it off, and you reset.
Right. It is
know?
hard. Yeah, exactly.
Because life is stressful. It's very, very stressful. And wow, hard to believe that we only have 9 minutes left. It's like, where does the time go?
Great company, good
So-
conversation,
Yeah,
goes
it
quick.
is. It's so, it's real. It's real conversation. Being a concerned citizen, a parent, someone that wants to, we want to make a difference.
Right.
And give back and help people and help other people have voices as well. It's like, should we have kept the schools shut for that long during COVID? The fact that we had to have Governor Sununu demand that Manchester School District open up. I mean, I was screaming from the rooftops that the masks were completely unhealthy, not good for us. The children needed to get back to school and get connected with one another. That's part of the reason why I started Chill and Heal Show, is because the importance of connecting. and sharing. And no one should be censored. The doctors that were censored, America's frontline doctors, how we've been duped on so many different things. What works for one person doesn't work for the other. And that is fine. Freedom, health freedom, freedom of choice, whether you want to wear a mask or not wear a mask. It should have been your choice. No one should have been forced to do anything, and we should not have kept our children home that long. I know when the mask thing came, seeing my best friend's children masked, I immediately teared up. That broke my heart. I know that we were wearing them, and I believed in them at the beginning until you realize that we had been lied to. And that is unacceptable. When people literally lie to you, it is unacceptable. There needs to be apologies and accountability, period. The masks were so terrible for us, but that was my crunching point when I saw the children masked. That broke my heart, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even take it anymore. This is pure evil. So for the leaders to allow this and be a part of this and prolong it in Manchester, unacceptable. Unacceptable. So that was part of the reason with all the shenanigans that happened, okay? And we were lied to, okay? People did get sick, but if we would have gotten the medication that they were suppressing, people would have been okay. So that was part of my journey in running, besides having a great alderman, Sebastian Sharonoff, who was my alderman, and him leading the way, and Joe Kelly Lavasser. I was like, you know what? I want to have a voice at the table for all of us, common sense, concerned citizens, that we need to question everything. And this is not a Republican or a Democrat issue. This is we the people need to hold, us taxpayers need to hold our elected officials as well as the departments accountable for all their decisions and question them along the way. It is important. Yes. I get questioned. If I'm doing terrible haircuts, guess what? My clients are going to fire me.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Right?
And also to...
or if I'm making bad decisions, I'm not,
You're going to be held accountable.
I'm going to be held accountable.
Right.
Period. So...
And we need to vote in the way for better education for all the students, more resources for the teachers and staff.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean raising taxes.
Right.
That means looking at the budget. And reallocating to where it's important.
Thank you.
So when somebody says either your taxes for schools, I'm like, what? You don't have to raise the taxes to get things. Like if I want to afford something at home, we'd have to sit and look at our budget and say, well, you've been eating out a lot, Chastis, because I like to eat out. And, you have too much coffee, whatever the case may be. There's some apps. We cut back. There's some apps we don't use.
One paper towel versus 3 paper towels.
Right.
But
so you can look at your budget and allocate money in different ways.
Right.
Kind of like what they want to do now with the bus tag key-in system. The school board said no and voted against it because it was $100,000+. But now there's the bus situation. Now they're going to look for the money to try to get it. So I don't know how do you look for over $100,000 in a budget?
Well,
I don't know what that means.
$26.5 million was put into those portables, the portable classrooms that we didn't even need.
I know, they're already falling apart. Because kids are rough on stuff. They're not, but they're not
but I thought they were state of the art. And we all know Mayor Baines
they didn't even come with coat hooks.
Even shared. So there was school board, this school board worked really, really hard to get rid of all of the portables in Manchester because they knew they weren't good for the children. Right. The kids need to be in the schools. And, I mean...
Now they're back.
Now they're back. $26.5 million.
Right.
Money spent on those. That is insanity. When we already had buildings, we should have taken care of all the buildings instead of taking away a park from the inner city Beach Street, that beautiful park, is taken away from them. It was all the Democrat aldermen and Chris Morgan, registered Republican, approved by Jay Rouet, the mayor, said, yes, you can have that park to the school district.
And I was at that meeting.
Yes.
There were so many people that were there against it. And
All
they all still passed it. I was blown away.
Right? All the state
I
reps
was like,
that showed up.
are they not listening to us?
No, they weren't listening to us. They weren't listening to us. And then
I know.
that allowed a bunch of people to vote for the, my gosh, mega elementary school that is going to be put in place of that park. And with a health center. That's the insanity part. We don't need a health center if we actually have healthy parks that our children and our community can go to and play in. With no needles, with no boozing, no drugs. We need to be protecting those. We should be putting more money into the police department and DPW so that they can patrol the parks. We need more officer friendlies. We need more cleanup. We shouldn't be passing out the needles. We shouldn't be allowing the needles to be distributed from other organizations to our community.
No.
It's a health crisis.
It is.
So it is just not okay. So that's part of why I'm running, and I continue to run, and because I care.
Yes. I know. That's why we need you to get out and vote for Ward 6 and
November
for all
4th.
other wards, November 4th.
Yes, and we
Get
will
out
be
there and
sharing.
vote, because every vote, sometimes it's 40 votes, 100 votes. So when you say, oh, I just couldn't make it. No, the lines were very short. Get out and vote. We need you.
Your vote matters. Your voice matters. We need you at City Hall speaking up, voicing your concerns. We don't want you taxed out of your homes. We want good education for our children and our future, their future,
Yes.
and all of our futures. And we just want to make Manchester even better.
Even better, yes.
And thank you for tuning
Oh,
in.
thanks for having
Thank you
me.
for coming on. Vote Chastis.
Thank you, guys. Yes, it's been a pleasure. And,
Oh, my God.
you know, getting to know you more through the years and stuff, and
Yes.
being able to run alongside you is great. You know, good
Love it.
mentor. And having somebody that, you know, believes in making things better is really what matters. Bringing
Thank you.
people together.
Bringing people together for you for a better Manchester. Until next time, stay chill and think about the differences you can make in Manchester, even with a kind smile to one another.